In this video, we'll be looking at question 2.2 from 5HR03. You should have read the scenario and know that this question is asking you to analyze how and why contingent rewards influence performance at different levels within the organization. Before we dive into the approach, I need to remind you that this video provides general guidance on how to tackle this type of question. It doesn't give you the answers. You'll need to do your own research, analysis, and critical thinking. With that said, let's walk through how to approach this step by step. First up, understanding the question is crucial. The command verb here is explain. You're not just describing what contingent rewards are, you're actually clarifying how and why they impact performance. So you'll want to dig into the mechanisms behind contingent rewards and what outcomes they create for individuals, teams, and the organization as a whole. Now, when we talk about contingent rewards, we mean things like performance-related pay, competency-related pay, contribution-based pay, skill-based pay, or pay based on service or tenure. The key is to focus on the impact of these rewards, not to drift off into unrelated pay strategies. Keep your analysis tightly focused on contingent rewards and how they play out at different levels. Alright, now let's move to the next step. Making judgments, not just describing. Don't stop at defining contingent rewards. Think about how effective each type of contingent pay is for influencing behavior and results. For example, you might notice that performance-related pay can really motivate some people, but might not work for everyone. Use evaluative language, say if something's particularly beneficial for motivation, but also bring up the potential limitations, like possible negative effects on teamwork or the risk of unhealthy competition. Balance out the positives, like higher motivation and alignment with goals, against possible drawbacks, such as neglecting intrinsic motivation. And always explain your reasoning. When you're planning your answer, start with a quick rationale. Just a sentence or two on why it matters to understand contingent rewards for shaping employee behavior and organizational outcomes. Then, structure your main analysis into 3 chunks: impact on individuals, impact on teams, and impact on the organization as a whole. For each section, pick 1 or 2 types of contingent reward that best help you make your point. Get into the details. Don't just skim across every type of pay. Back up your points with relevant theory and examples. At the end, wrap it up with a clear judgment that sums up your analysis of how effective contingent rewards are overall and what challenges they might bring. Make sure each paragraph always links back to the question. Don't forget to use the assessment criteria as your checklist. You'll want to clearly explain how different types of contingent pay affect performance at every level: individual, team, and organizational. Take a look at theories or frameworks that directly discuss these impacts, and make sure you cover both the good and the bad. Reflect on how the scenario in the case study gives context. Maybe there's a lack of incentives or current performance challenges you can link to your analysis. When it comes to using sources and referencing, choose 2 or 3 academic sources that really speak to contingent rewards and their impact at different levels. Paraphrase the key arguments and back up your analysis with proper Harvard referencing. Remember, it's about quality, not quantity. Use sources to support your points, not just to bulk up your answer. And if there's a reference list required, check if it counts towards your word count. Now, connecting theory to the scenario is super important. Draw from the details in the case study. Maybe there's no incentive scheme or there's a negative culture. Explain how bringing in contingent rewards could tackle real issues in the organization. For example, you could explore how performance-related pay might actually shift employee behavior given the current situation. If you're aiming for high marks, focus on strong, well-supported analysis. Don't just make a long list. Pick the most relevant types of contingent reward and dig deep into their impact. Show that you understand the complexity and different perspectives. Avoid making things sound too simple. These issues are nuanced. And finally, write clearly and concisely. Each paragraph should have a clear purpose. Cut out repetition and unnecessary details. Make every sentence work towards answering the question within the word count, and keep your argument flowing logically from start to finish. Alright, that's your step-by-step approach for this question. If you found this helpful, give the video a like and subscribe for more practical tips. Check out the rest of the series for more guidance on tackling your assessments. Thanks for watching.